Today's guest is international sound healer Satya Brat. Satya Brat comes to us from Calcutta, India, and he's known internationally for healing with Tibetan singing bowls, and he travels the world teaching people and teaching teachers how to become sound healers and does healings. Welcome, Satya.
Yes, thank you. And namaste.
Namaste. It's my good pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, me too.
Good, good. I'm so glad. You know, now you're in the States for a little while right now, and I know you come about 3 times a year, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've been teaching all over the world. And I'm curious, how did you get into sound healing?
Oh, it's almost 10 or 12 years that I got to know about Tibetan singing bowls. And as I was practicing, you know, meditation, yoga, about spiritualism from very childhood. So this attracted a lot with its sound vibration. It's so pure, you know, and it's actually touches your soul when you really listen it. So when I got to know about this, I tried to learn more about. And I got opportunity to work with many masters and sound healers all around the world. And when I thought I have enough experience and knowledge, and it's so powerful, so effective, so I thought to share it with the people. And that's how it's all started.
So you began your journey of learning in India?
Yes, it started from India. Then I went to Nepal. I worked with one musician in Florida. Then there is one in London. So gradually things developed like that.
It's beautiful. And tell us about the effects of the bowls. These bowls are just absolutely gorgeous. They really are. What are they made of?
These bowls are basically made of 2 metals. One is tin and another is copper. These are 2 basic metals. Apart from that, there are certain metals in very little proportion, but you don't consider much about that. And you know, tin and copper, the alloy of tin and copper is also called bell metal alloy. And the sounds coming out of this alloy is a kind of very pure healing vibrations. And from very, you know, ancient times, the bells being used in all traditions, all cultures, everywhere, because of its sacred vibrations. And that's why they have been used in temples and everywhere all around. Like in Buddhism, you find gong bell. In Indian temples, you find hanging bells, and these are also bells, but bowl-shaped bell, specifically made for healing, meditation, and all these things.
When did the Tibetan bowls start? I mean, you know, these bowls, they came from Tibet. That was the origin of these bowls?
Yes, you consider this not as a bowl, you consider it as a bell, primarily a bell. And bells are there in many traditions, many cultures for last thousands of years. So, you know, there are many things, many ancient sciences, you know, like people forgot about that. Yeah, you know, so many things, like if something war happens and, you know, some other culture is coming and they try to destroy everything there. And that's how we forgot, like, you know, Reiki, there are breathing techniques, yoga, it's all being practiced for thousands and thousands of years. But there was certain time, you know, people forgot everything. Again, there were few people who knew about this and again redeveloped.
So it was like when the British came to your country, to India, things stopped for a little, or no?
No, it's like you can say when foreign invaders came to India, maybe from the Greek period. So Greek came, then many, Asian countries came, then Mughals came, then Britishers came. It was like thousands of years. And in that period when they ruled India, so they tried to impose their culture to rule.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were many things that people didn't get opportunity to learn about because their scriptures and everything was maybe burned down or destroyed. So maybe like we call it Tibetan singing bowls.
Yeah.
Why? Because when Buddhism spread from India, it is spread in many Asian countries. It went to China, Sri Lanka, it went to Tibet, everywhere. And this tradition is still existed in Tibet because nobody went there to attack or rule because it was on the top of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
But again in 62, when China invaded Tibet, so still they were practicing this healing modality to heal people in their spiritual field. But when Tibetan people started coming out of Tibet,
They brought this.
and they spread this knowledge in the West, and that's why people started relating this with Tibetan singing bowl. But this is a bell, and the culture of bell existed for thousands of years.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. It's interesting, though, with this in particular, that such an atrocity and bad thing as invading Tibet,
Yeah.
but their culture is spread throughout the world.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Such a bad thing led to good things. I mean, in this country, too, we have the native people, and, the Europeans came and pushed everybody out and did horrible things.
Yeah.
But still, some people have kept and are keeping the culture, and now more people are learning about it and
Yeah.
ways to be on Mother Earth. So
Yes.
it's all over the world that this happens. It's a sad thing, but this is a beautiful part of it right here.
Yes, of course. And as you know that now people are telling, somebody predicted maybe 100 years back that the sound is the medicine of the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now it's coming up as one of the most powerful and potent healing modality, being recognized by many medical institutes in many developed countries. And now you see this particular instrument is being used in hospitals. Like in Germany, you find more than 2,000 registered practitioners. In each and every town you find sound healers, you find Tibetan singing bowl sound healer in hospitals. They are working in schools with children, with hyperactive children, children with autism, AD disorders, in hospice centers. Nurses are using it in the case of pregnancy. So
Lucky baby. Lucky newborn.
yes, sound is being applied in many ways. And like we know, what we learnt about sound maybe 30-40 years back or before that, that we came to know about sound pollution, that sound, if there is disharmonious sounds, it creates disharmony in your body and makes you sick. Then in medical science we came to know about like ultrasound. That sound, you can diagnose disease in your body. And now this is new science developing how you can heal someone with sound. So like if you have disharmonious sounds, that create disharmony in your body. And if you have such a harmonious, very powerful healing vibrations, that is going to create harmony in your body, that is going to heal you.
It's beautiful. Have you heard about like the Mozart effect? That was popular here in the States. Don, I forget his last name, but a gentleman did that with Mozart's music, and there were specific pieces that were good for activity, some that stimulate your brain, some that stimulate creativity, and then there's also been experiments with music on plants. You know, with classical music, the plants thrive. With inharmonious music,
Yes.
dissonant sounds, they go the other way.
Yes, of course.
It's all vibration.
You know, in many countries, you have music therapy.
Yeah.
It's a 5 year course. It's so scientific that, and it's such a, you know, you need to have very in-depth knowledge. And with music therapy, even you can heal, or, you know, can do many things. It is also a part of that. And probably, you know, with this instrument,
Yeah.
the most sacred, most powerful vibrations you get that you cannot get from any other instrument. And these vibrations is miraculous. This works as a magic. Within 5-10 minutes, you can take anyone into very deep meditative state, and you know, you get the same benefit that you get from the meditation.
Even more so, I must say, because I
Yeah.
had a healing with you a couple of days ago, and all of a sudden I noticed during it, I was there, I think I was still in my body, I'm not sure, but the rest of the room disappeared. And I mean, maybe once or twice I had that in meditation, not in recent past, but it's like, oh, yeah, so it was very deep.
Yeah.
And I found that night when I went to sleep, I still had that very deep, deep, deep feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious now, so you've been doing this for 10, 12 years. Would you share with us a couple of healings that you've seen, different things?
Of course. So, as I told you, this instrument is being used for many kind of diseases, like people having, you know, so much stress to
Yeah.
relax them, people having, you know, addicted with drugs, even people having cancer like disease. It's the many critical diseases can be cured with this. And I have worked on people with breast cancer, people having oral cancer, people, you know, having a stroke and, you know, this part is paralyzed.
Yeah, yeah.
People having problems in ears, like this completely blocked, they're not able to listen very clearly. Again, people having very severe joint problems, they are not able to walk, you know. So I have worked on many diseases, those are considered as really critical. But I found in 2 or 3 healing sessions, most of them, like in case of somebody having, you know, blockages in their ears, just in 3 sessions got cured. And that person was suffering for last maybe 15-20 years. Somebody having very severe joint problems, unable to move, you know.
From arthritis or from
No.
something else?
Yeah, it was some sort of arthritis,
Okay.
and the person was diabetic actually. And with just 3 or 4 healing sessions, he can walk in a very straight, perfect manner.
That is beautiful.
Yes, so like I was treating one person with oral cancer, and we see the person who could barely speak and very difficult, you know,
Yeah.
having pain on this side, and he was advised, like it's oral cancer stage 3, and doctors advised to go for surgery. And but he didn't want to go for surgery, maybe he was looking for some alternative way. He came to us, and 3 healing sessions, and we also, you know, integrated this with nature cure.
Yeah. And would you explain what nature cure is?
Yes, so like in nature cure, you detoxify the body at physical level,
Yeah.
and you use, like they use fasting, they again use, you know, different kind of baths, like a steam bath, massage.
Get the toxins out from
Yes,
the skin.
yeah. So they do colon irrigation
Yeah.
and all to, you know, cleanse the intestine.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the way to detoxify the toxins from the body, and then the person gets healed or cured. Because this all the disease has got some root, and this all starts from accumulated toxins in your body. If you have accumulated so much toxins from years and years, it develops in cancer, tumor, and all these things. And when you start detoxifying the body, it's all comes out, and you are healed. And I have seen many miraculous healing even in nature cure. And what we do here in singing bowls, these sound vibrations detoxify you at energy level. And we have, like, we can't perceive our energy body with our senses, but yes, we have. And like many people having so much emotional disturbance, like for example, your thought is a form of energy. When you have too much thought, it's a kind of too much stress, negative thought, it's a kind of toxic energy. And when you have too much stress, then you see its result on physical body. So your energy thought is your energy body, and it's very deeply connected with your physical body, right? So if you have so much stress, you see the result on physical body. And when you can remove that stress from your system, then even you can help your physical body, because your physical body is getting its food. It's actually the disease at the physical body, it's getting its nourishment from the stress, and it's growing. But when you stop that stress, then that disease is not getting its food, and it is going to die. So with this, you can remove the stress very easily. You can relax someone. Like we say meditation, why it's so important. And if you do meditation, you can come out of any kind of physical, mental, psychological illness. It's such a beautiful thing. And for many people, it's difficult to practice meditation because you need to do practice regularly. But it's such a powerful instrument. It can take you so quickly, even you don't realize, within 5-10 minutes, and you start getting the benefits in the same way. And when you are in deep meditative state, there is certain automatic healing system. It starts in the body, like your brain releases endorphin, that is natural painkiller. There are several enzymes and chemicals that is very good for the body. It starts releasing, and your body has got its own doctor actually, and it starts working. But you need to give it a chance to work. Like when you are doing fasting, so your body's energy needs a lot of time to digest food. But when you are not taking food, then that energy is still working in the cleansing process. So your body has own system to heal everything, but you need to give it a chance. And if you are doing meditation, you are going into deep meditative state, so you are giving your body to heal on its own, and you don't need a doctor. And this is the probably best instrument ever we got to take someone into meditative state so easily, so quickly, and get benefit out of that.
So if a person is not coming to a sound healer, but if a person has a Tibetan bowl, how would they work it to get the benefit, like one-on-one, bowl in person?
Yes. Actually, to get the benefit of singing bowls, one really need to be in a very relaxed state, meditative state. But when you're working on your own, it's difficult to get into, go into that state. So in most of the time, you need someone to help you. But it's really easy, like in family, someone can apply on you, you can apply on them. This is one part. But if still there are certain way that you can help you, like you can put one bell on your heart, on your solar plexus, maybe on your joints, and you can work. There are certain ways, but in most of the cases you need someone to help you.
Better. And the different size bowls, and you make them, right?
Yes.
Which is very beautiful, because you, as we talked the other day, you wanted to raise the standard and get bowls at a certain standard. So now
Yes.
you're making these bowls.
Yeah.
But the different bowls, the different sizes, resonate to different energy centers in the body. Is that correct?
Right. So as I told you, this looks so simple,
Yeah.
but it's not so simple. It's a complete science. So as you know, we work in different many ways with bowls, like we work with brain waves.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we are working with brain waves to take someone into deep meditative state, and that is, we call it like brain wave entrainment. So we have a specific 3 bowl set for that. Bowls with high frequency, medium frequency and low frequency, and with that we can easily take someone into very deep meditative state in 5 or 10 minutes, like that. Again, we have 7 major energy centers in our body that controls many physical and psychological things. So like we have root chakra, solar chakra, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye and crown. So we have many disorders related to with these chakras as well. If these chakras are not balanced, so you start getting many kind of, you know, physical or psychological issues related to that chakras.
Yeah.
And it's very important that your chakras are balanced. So we have also, you know, and this all chakras have its own frequency, because everything is vibrating and has got its own frequency. So we, with bowls, we can get similar kind of frequency corresponding to chakras, and then we can work to balance it. And that's how your life then becomes balanced. Like somebody, you know, having solar chakra suppose is not balanced, you know, so those people get a physical problem related to that chakras, and like even, you know, those people are not able to control the situations in their life. Like many people having, you know, throat chakra issues. So you see they have so much knowledge, everything, but they can't communicate with people.
Yeah.
And there are many people, it's so developed that like leaders, politicians, you know, there are many people, they can very easily communicate with millions and millions of people, because this is very well developed. And again, this is related to your thyroid gland. There are all the major endocrine glands are related with these chakras. So these glands actually, you know, control all your bodies, whatever is going inside, happening inside, controls everything related to all the organs of your body. So when you can balance your chakras, so every organ's working in a very balanced way, harmonious way, and you have also that quality, you know, it's very developed, related to like heart chakra, you know, for love, and you know, solar chakra is like for you can control your, if it is not balanced, you can't control the things and situations in your life. It's controlled, so you know, you can control everything, whatever, you know, you have so many things, but still many people can manage everything. And for many people it seems, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, this is not happening in my way, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Many people having third eye chakra is developed, you are more intuitive, you can organize something in a more professional way. So it's all related with this, and people can get help a lot with this
And this
instrument.
This instrument here that we have right in front of you, this is a bowl for the heart chakra.
Yes, right.
Would you play it for us so we can hear it?
Sure.
And I'm happy to take that sound in.
Yeah. So there are 2 ways to playing
Yeah.
these bells. One is striking, and one we play
We call that
around
rimming
the,
or no?
yeah, around the rim technique. So first I'm going to play this close to your heart, and you can, yeah, you can close your eyes and relax a little bit.
That is, wow, that's beautiful. I mean, at first, when we hit it, I felt it in my heart, but then I felt it in my throat chakra.
Okay.
And then as you were rimming it,
Yeah.
it went from, I just felt it in my entire energy field. It kind of,
Yeah.
it permeated out.
Yeah.
So it's just beautiful.